Hello, let's talk about caricature. Those of you who've taken drawing class with me know that I construct the figure. Drawing a head, I'd start with the skull from the short back down to the long front. Mark it off, center line, equator, divide for nose, mouth, space for the eye, the balls in the eye sockets. Then put in ear, eye. If it's a European American, long nose, the parts, the mouth, features. Then once you've got the skeleton, you start building upon it. You work from the inside out. The last things you do are the external details. Somebody's hair, their glasses, their earrings. Maybe this guy's got a beard too. So in other words, was working from the inside out. A caricature can be very different from that. A caricature can begin with those external details people remember. If we were caricaturing this personage, maybe we'd start with some curly hair. Then the glasses. Then the beard. And earring. So maybe this character then you just draw like Levine or Beerbaum or one of those caricaturists, a small body. So all these external details and the body minimal. Unless it was an athlete or something that you really wanted to emphasize body, that you wanted to emphasize somebody's strength. Six-pack. Big beefy legs. So the small head de-emphasizes intelligence. This guy looks more like an intellectual, the writer or something. The small head can sometimes suggest no stupid character with a big gorilla-like body. Eyes close together, just little dots for eyes. So these are some of the caricature tricks. Just contrast, though, the idea of pushing for realism versus pushing for caricature. Caricature is about exaggeration. Caricature is small details overemphasized. My drawing classes will hear me say, don't overemphasize details, even the eyes, because those can take over the drawing and imbalance the drawing. Maybe a caricature can have a certain degree of imbalance, an absurd imbalance to it. So, I want to think a little bit about drawing different types of people, too. Perhaps you're drawing a woman, maybe she's blonde, European American, big eyes, eyelashes, thin nose, and a little mouth. If it was an African American woman, maybe she has dark hair, and a wider nose than a European American pointy nose. And full mouth. I'll give her big earrings too. As far as hair goes, you know, you always want to leave highlight in the hair. So it looks as if there's light upon shiny, clean hair. Now, as far as skin tone for her, just indicate darker complexion, but you don't want to blot out the light upon the face, upon the nose, upon the cheeks, forehead. So be light upon the lips as well. If it was an Asian American woman, her hair might be dark as well, though many Asian young people dye it lighter colors. And the eyes have a epicanthal fold. The eyelid means there's not quite so much white of the eye above the eyeball. And finally, if it's an Arab American woman, she might have her hair covered. She might have nicely made up eyes. Any of these women may. But a headscarf looks almost like the Mona Lisa. As far as men, different kinds of men, you can tend to exaggerate men more. Maybe this guy. A bald, elderly African-American guy. Now you can exaggerate various proportions of a face. Here, the bridge of the nose, exaggerated to push the mouth down further. And in this one, make this guy into a real egghead. Actually, babies often have much bigger heads than, much bigger foreheads than adults do. So this can be a smart little kid. So anyway, these are just some things to think about as you do your caricatures of different kinds. We're lucky to be in a multicultural environment, so I hope your stories and cartoons that you do are populated with the range of people you see in life around campus, around the cities of Michigan. So make your comics interesting. You don't want to make ethnic caricatures that are insulting to a group of people, but give your comics diversity, give your comics unexpected characters that we haven't seen before. Because after all, that's what young comic artists are for. Don't just rehash old cliches. Give us something new. Give us something we haven't seen before.